you began like music when you were like 15 or maybe before, but like as a teen. Was it like maybe because your mom passed away that you really wanted to do like music?
Yes, I mean, you know, like I was like kind of having like, I mean, music was important to me, like many, you know, kids, I guess, but I definitely was not thinking it was a, you know, an actual like pursuit that I was gonna like, you know, like a job, you know, like it was definitely drilled into my head that that was like that would be ridiculous. My mother passing kind of made me go like, life is short. She was very young, and I didn't want to be in school for like, you know, any longer than high school, and
You stopped at high school?
So like it was like, what's the point? Like if you're not into, if you're already not into school, you think you're going to be more into like, you know, med school and then a residency and then, you know, and it's this whole thing is like but it's guaranteed. I mean, is anything really guaranteed? First of all, you know, there's a lot of shitty doctors out there, I'm sure, you know. I think everybody thinks that there's just like, that like doctors, it's just like, if you're a doctor, you're a great doctor. I'll tell you what, if you have a bunch of doctors in a room, you don't know who's the best doctor. But if you have a bunch of singers in a room, you probably know who the best singer is, or at least the one that like, you know, made it, you know. But I don't know, I just think that you have to like try, at least in my opinion, to do something that you are passionate about, and you know, not everybody gets to, but if you can try to figure it out, then you know, it can be great.
So is music maybe like a kind of a medicine for you?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's just like, you know, I think it was just something that like I felt like I could have the most exciting or extraordinary life with it. You know, I remember having that thought. I feel like it was at a kind of like a mid-level business hotel driveway that I was like pulling into. I had this thought. I was like, wow, like if I can do this, it's probably going to be the craziest, and also, you know, the best monetary payoff, because I like it. I love it, you know. But I was like, but it's going to be really hard, and you're going to have like, you know, a lot of obstacles. And it was, and I did. Ta-da!
So, who is LP? Who is Laura? What's the difference, maybe?
Laura is a name that my mom named me, and you know, and it's great. I don't really understand the whole concept of like keeping a name that maybe doesn't suit you.
Oh, you don't like it that much?
I just thought that I didn't grow up hating it. It's just like LP happened, and then I was like, oh, I like that. You know, it felt like once a psychic said to me, they said, well, when you say your full name, I get this image of a river, and every time you say LP, I get this lightning bolt. And it's like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. I want a lightning bolt, you know, of a name, and yeah, it was just like I'm never gonna have a child, but if I did have a child, I don't know what age, but maybe like at like 15, I'd be like, do you like your name? Is it good for you? Does it feel like you? What do you think? What do you want to be called? You know, and then because you know your parents, like, you know, God bless them, but they pick a name for you, and sometimes it could really shape you. But they pick a name for you, and they don't even know you yet. You know, so I think, you know, when you get a name, if a name resonates with you, then that's your name. You know,
P is really, I mean, you like it.
Yeah, like even like you know, my you know, romantic people call me LP. In the early days, it was like they were like, no. I was like, yes.
That's also your nickname. Or you don't have other nicknames, or?
Not that I know of. People probably call me shit behind my back, but okay.
You wrote a lot of songs, Backstreet Boys, Rihanna, etc. Do you still have time now to write songs for other people, or?
Yeah, I have time, but do I want to? No, I'm just kidding. I just keep writing songs. I don't like, you know, and if I get a chance to, I, you know, specifically write for someone, I do. It's nice. It's a nice kind of like vacation from my own things and writing things about me, and also my own style. But mostly recently, I've been writing songs, and people pick songs out of my catalog.
Oh, okay. Like you wrote for Million Farmer, you did a track together. Yes. What did you like about her music, or?
It's cool, you know. She's like eclectic and worldly and everything, you know, and I love her voice, and and she's just very intelligent, and so I just sounded like all good things to me, and I thought it'd be a nice collaboration. It was.
It was.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So now your sixth album just so it's going to be released in December. Churches, 15 tracks. It's about love again, loneliness, and so on. What do you like so much about this new album?
I have to say, I feel like these songs belong together. They feel like every time we release a single, I kind of feel like, well, that's very exciting, but I can't wait for people to hear the record as a whole, because I feel like it fits, very well. It's like a little, community in there, and there's a lot. I think they all covered different spots, like some of my closest friends are like, well, yeah, I know, now I can tell that that was your life for the last couple of years, because they, kind of saw and heard the whole play-by-play. So they're like, it was a pretty accurate depiction of what it seems like you went through, and I think it is, and I think it has some new themes. I want to keep growing as an artist, obviously, but I don't know if I'm one of those people that's gonna run off in an entirely different direction every record. That's not really my vibe, It's just I kind of want to keep the people I have and kind of maybe make a few new fans on the way.
But Madonna, she changes every album.
Yeah, some people do that and they do it amazingly, and it's a great thing. I think I'm more of I'm kind of like a snowball of an artist. I want to just keep come here, just get yeah.
What's your inspiration?
People, everything people oriented. Obviously my love affairs are a big thing. I think. That's the one of the biggest mirrors that you kind of hold up to yourself. And many times, you don't like what you see. Sometimes, some of it you do, and it's good to pay attention to the good things, but it's also good to pay attention to the bad things, and maybe you don't get to move forward with that person to get rid of those bad things, but maybe they kind of wiggle them up, where you can see them, and then you're like, oh shit. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that. Okay, I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm just trying to have a good time.
Can you say maybe that you're a perfectionist?
Yeah. I thought you said can you say you're perfect for a second? I'm like,
perfect. Your voice is perfect.
I'm perfect. But yeah. No.
What's your imperfection?
I'm perfect in my imperfection. Yeah. All I have to say is Jesus.
So I've seen you on stage Monday. It was just amazing. In 3 seconds, the audience is all on fire. I've seen it in my
gasoline flame.
And that's very unique, because I saw it with Michael Jackson.
Oh.
And with you.
But it's wild, I try to hit the stage and even opening up with the one that you love that I've been doing lately. It's like that song. It's kind of that does not seem like the first song you start out with. It's a little bit. It's kind of hilarious. So I have to be fairly warmed up to run out there and sing a song like that right off the bat. But it feels right. It feels crazy.
The audience is all on fire, and everybody's singing with you. And I wasn't expect that you begin with the song, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. It's kind of the new Lost on You, no?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's just amazing.
I'll never know what the hell, a lot of us will never know what would happen if there wasn't a pandemic, but, I feel like if I was able to, perform that song live all over the world, from when it was released as a single, I don't, who knows, but, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what some records do that are released in and around these times,
How do you manage to sing every day, songs I mean, it's. I mean, you go very high, and it's very difficult songs, and I'm like, wow, the voice. I mean,
thank you. I do a lot of warming up scales, and I have to be like ready. And you have to have, I guess, decent technique. I mean, you do.
There's no end. You go higher and higher and higher, and then like, wow.
Thanks. It's like, is their head gonna pop off, or head's gonna pop off? Yeah. I don't know. I had some good training, and I kind of work at it. Even during the pandemic, I was working with my guy Rob Stevenson is his name, and he was a new teacher for me that I started kind of working with before the pandemic. I was having trouble with my voice just from acid reflux. I have that annoying thing that happens, but I felt like as crowds got bigger, I was like, because of the way I sing and because of the way I like to connect, I felt like I was like trying to kind of throw my voice too far, and it's like my golf swing got off. It's like you could be like Tiger Woods, but if you like one thing gets off, it like throws everything off. And so he gave me my swing back. I just trained with him every week for the whole pandemic, because I was like I'm gonna write this really hard record to sing, and then I'm gonna get out there and be like, so I was like, I better stay in shape so I don't fuck my shit up.
And you had like some mic issue like Monday. You changed like 6 times the mic.
Oh yeah. I keep I don't know. I think it would happen when I was like clapping with the mic. That poor microphone. Yeah. So
is it annoying or funny, or when I guess you had a lot of technical problems?
I guess it would be like distracting. I mean, I think I was more pissed at myself for like messing up the end of Goodbye at the end of the set. I was just like, it's just so fast. It's like, and I was like, I just like lost it, and then I was like, but yeah, I mean, shit happens, man. You gotta be ready for anything on stage, I mean, one time, forget where we were, but I was like, the whole PA went out. Oh. Everything went out. So me and my guitar player just like played at the front of the stage. Yeah. I mean, it was like maybe 3 or 4 songs,
still.
But, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you got to roll with the punches, man. It's like life.
So you whistle like just amazing. How do you have maybe an advice? How do you train to whistle like same like singing, because you do?
Nah. It's like, I mean, I think it's just like, I don't sing in like stores and stuff, but I do whistle all the time.
Like the whole day.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like you could ask someone, oh yeah, it's annoying as hell. I don't know, but like I just always whistle. And then really, I'll be honest with you, I think whistling on stage was the thing that made me really good at it, because you just get strong. Like I think a lot of people whistle, but I think I've gotten really strong. It's almost like I project my whistle, like
because it's hard. I mean, anybody was saying,
that's right.
How you put like your lip?
You just have to, you have to have a strong mouth. I mean, and this, I got a lot of mouth talents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I mean, let's keep it above board, shall we?
Can you? It seems so easy.
Does it? Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. That's the whole thing. You got to make it look easy.
And you said you have a lot of mouth skills. Can you do like beatbox also? Is something you can do?
No, that's one thing I don't have. I mean, that's like Justin Timberlake and many other people. They can do that.
So is your life also rock and roll?
I gotta say it probably is like a bit. I mean, I can't really do anything on tour, but when I'm not on tour, it's sufficiently rock and roll.
So do you still have like a healthy life, or?
Healthy life? Yeah, sure. I mean, I try to keep it balanced, but it's definitely not for the faint at heart,
So you do train also sport, like?
Yeah, I do yoga every day, and I
healthy, or
I do yoga every day. I eat healthy, and then I do a bunch of other things.
Do you have other skills besides music and singing?
Other skills besides music and singing? No, not really, because I dedicated my life to. I'm actually starting to play golf a little bit. That's fun. So. Yeah, I like all sports. I don't do all sports because I don't really want to hurt myself. I don't want to waste any time. Performing because I had to go skiing, shit like that. It's just like I prefer sports that involve bottles.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Maybe do you want to say something for your French fans?
I don't really. I'll pass. I just want to say thank you. I love it here, and you guys are so cool. And I feel, I mean, I don't know what could be cooler than being doing well in France. It's just so cool. It makes you feel like, I feel like if anyone said hey, there's one country that you could be known in or do well in, I'd be like, France for sure. It's like my heroes like Jeff Buckley, like Jimi Hendrix, people like that. They I remember always hearing that they kind of were big in France, or played the places that I'm playing now, and it's cool. I'm very honored. So merci beaucoup, and au revoir. I'll see you next time in March at South Play.
Yeah, because you're touring everywhere.
Thanks for the interview too. Great questions. So many compliments. I'm gonna go sit.